Hello Superuser, so today we're going to learn how to insert note durations without a numpad. In other words, how do we change between like a half note and a quarter note in Finale without a numpad? So normally if you wanted to do that, you'd have, of course, a simple entry dialog box up here, and you would say, okay, half note, you want a half note, and then you want a quarter note, right? A quarter note, and then, I don't know, a couple of eighth notes, right? You just have to jump back and forth between the dialog box and the note durations that you want. If you had a full keyboard with a numpad on the right-hand side, you'd just be able to hit those numbers and they would correspond to different note durations. That way you don't have to keep coming back and back and back and back and back over here. But today, I'm going to tell you exactly how to get it set up. That way you don't even need a numpad. And the process is actually quite simple. So I'm going to first just delete all this dummy music that I wrote. And then when you have simple entry selected, come up here to simple entry options. Now there's this button called Edit Keyboard Shortcuts. These are the keyboard shortcuts that we're going to change. And you'll notice that, well, some of these say numpad plus sign or numpad minus sign. That is basically saying, oh, hit the plus and the minus on the numpad. And you'll also notice that a lot of the other things that we've gone over in this channel, like hitting unisons or seconds or thirds or sixths above, or bringing things an octave above or below, those are all defined in this dialog box. Now this means that we can do pretty much any keyboard shortcut we want to with simple entry. So what we want to do is we want to edit the existing keyboard shortcuts to fit what we want. So scroll down until you find something that says like tool note or tool note hole. Then it will say something like :numpad 5 or numpad 6. I don't remember what the original one was. So once you find that one, that is basically the whole note button right up here. So you want to highlight it, hit edit, and then click the box for the key, and then whatever you want the new keyboard shortcut to be. So for instance, I have it as A. Hit OK, and then now, anytime you hit A in simple entry, it'll automatically take you to the whole note. Same thing with quarter note, eighth note, 16th, 32nd, 64th, grace notes, or like double whole notes or other things like that, half notes included. You can just modify the keyboard shortcuts as you wish. Now, if you want to copy my keyboard shortcut setting, feel free to. It's actually quite nice because then it's all controlled in my left hand in a decently logical pattern once you map it on the keyboard. Just be aware that it does override some other keyboard shortcuts that I don't use. But feel free to copy the setup regardless. And then once you're done editing this to what you would like, just hit OK, and then jump over here to speedy entry, and I just hit A for whole note. And suddenly, I have a whole note, or S for half note, and I have a half note, or D for quarter, or whatever your keyboard shortcut was. And so now I can just go through here, typing notes out, without ever going up to the dialog box that's normally up here. And so that's how you get started with note durations without a numpad. Now, if you're on a Mac, there's one small little optimization that you can do, and you may notice that over here, I just don't normally have the note tool anymore, or the simple note entry box anymore. It's normally hidden. That's because I realized, wait a minute, if I never need to use that anymore because I've redefined all the other keyboard shortcuts, I could just get rid of the box. Now, unfortunately, Finale doesn't have a default setting for just getting rid of this box. And so whenever I hit my normal keyboard shortcut to go to speedy entry, I want to get rid of it like I just did. So that's when Keyboard Maestro comes into play. Now if you go over here to Keyboard Maestro, you'll see that I have a speedy entry tool repitch. That's just my default one. So whenever I hit the button, it automatically takes me to the repitch tool. And this is more than simply just saying, okay, I want to just select the menu. What it actually is doing is it's a multi-step thing, and I'll have a link to this in the description below just in case you want to do it. So what it first does is it saves wherever your current mouse position is, move to the top left-hand corner of this dialog box, so right there, and then click right here. So here's what it does. First, it just selects the repitch tool. Then it saves the current mouse positions, like if I'm over here, it's like, okay. So like if I'm right here, that's where the current mouse position is. Then when I press this, it just basically moves right here to the top left corner of this box. And then it looks for an image of that dialog box and clicks the red button, and then it moves the mouse back to where it currently was. That's what this is doing. That's why I can get rid of the dialog box so quickly without ever changing view. Like that. And again, I'll leave a link to download this Keyboard Maestro macro in the description below. Just keep in mind that if you do this, you want to update this image right here with whatever shape and size your simple enter box is. For instance, if I make the box like this, it won't work. It has to be specifically that 2D thing, like that. Yep, so that's it for today. That's how you type in note durations and change note durations without a numpad in Finale. If you found this video at all helpful, make sure to hit the like button down below. That way I know you want more videos just like this. Each week I post new content about how to use Finale to its fullest, so if you don't want to miss any of those videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below.